All right, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. Give me 2 seconds to figure this out. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate about the 5x5s. I can see you. You could? I couldn't see myself. Whatever. Small screen. Oh, you can see me on the small screen. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was about. All right. So, of course. Oh, yeah. I can see myself now on the small screen. Anyway, guys, thank you for the 5x5. Flown Grown, Dan Phillips, Windflower, Loretta, Let's Talk Prepping, Linda, thank you for the 5x5. Stephen Gal, Carrie, Johnny, thank you for the 5x5. Paul F., Coffee First. Melissa, Adriana, thank you for the 5x5. Mr. Landfill, thank you for the 5x5. I'm going backwards, by the way. All right, all right, all right. And AZ Desert, thank you for the 5x56. Sarita, JC, thank you for the 5x5. Cat Lady, Ozark, Never Look Back, Lisa, and CNC Blue. Thank you for the 5x5. Henry, thank you for the 64x64x64. What is that, a jail cell? Babyface. Yeah, I had to show you. I had to do something earlier this week, right? Yeah, earlier this week. So, yeah, I had to fucking shave this shit off my face. Raymond, thank you for the 5x5. Desmond, Overland, thank you for the 5x5. So, guys, tonight's topic. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to keep beating this drum. I might still keep beating this drum. But tonight we're talking about how this winter could be very interesting. Because there are a lot of things building up as far as this Mr. 19 RSV flu thing is going. But it seems like they're pushing for more restrictions. But it seems like there might be pushback. Not might be, that there is pushback. And there's pushback from people who are like, all on board. We're also going to talk a little bit about Hawaii. I just saw an article about, and I told you how some of those people passed away. They passed away terribly, but we'll touch on that in a little bit if I can remember a little later, because of course I didn't write this down. Florida, South Florida, thank you for the 5x5. Jeffrey, Jessica, Tori, thank you for the 5x5. Also, guys, just a heads up, there is a hurricane headed this way, or they think it might head this way. I forgot the name of it. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna tell me which one it is. But I saw a quick article on it. It's a Hurricane Lee. It might be Hurricane Lee. They think that it might come up the East Coast, but who knows? Unless it makes that sharp turn that they're tracking, it might just veer off, and we'll just get some shitty weather. But I listen. There's a threshold that it passes, and once it passes those islands, then I would be a little concerned. But yeah, they're saying that it could hit the. Did I say West Coast? I meant East Coast. And yes, Lee, East Coast, missing Florida and South Carolina, and possibly scaving North Carolina and then up the East Coast. So we shall see. Again, the Hurricane Mobutu. Well, Hurricane Mobutu starts in Africa and ends up over here, and then they give it an American name because most people can't pronounce Mobutu. I think we all can. But anyway, guys, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, even if it does come up the East Coast. A lot of us will be ready. Now, listen, unless it hits at a category like 4 or 5, there's nothing to worry about. Anything under a 3, or under a 4, rather, sorry, there's nothing to worry about. Couple fucking damaged lawn chairs, maybe some decks, but trees falling here and there, but nothing crazy like if a 4 or 5 hit. And then now you're talking about massive floodings, and you can get floodings with a 3 or 2 for that matter, but it all depends. Either way, we'll be fine. It's just nice to know. It's nice to track it so that if it does hit, you know that you got to get your shit prepared. But I think we should be good. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be a big to do. But again, as preppers, we should always be ready. At the very least, ready knowledgeably so that we know that, all right, this thing is in the ocean, could be headed up this way, and then we'll handle it accordingly. We're not going to turn into bitches. We're not going to run around the streets, looking for bread and milk. It'll be okay. Now, I came back from Greece, as you can see, and I found it interesting that when going to Greece, there was no additional information needed when I was going to Greece. Donna, it was a Cat 5, and then it lowered to a Cat 4. It's at a Category 4 right now. So, again, that was today at 6 p.m. It was lowered to a Category 4. Again, nothing to worry about. So, upon coming back from Greece, I didn't have to fill out a contact tracing. It was already filled out for me, but I just had to click a couple of buttons, stating that the information was right. My email and my phone number. So, Democrats for Trump. Is Angryprepper's children's transgender? Yeah, Democrat for Trump. My kids are transgender. Anyway, good one. But they're already starting with the contact tracing coming back into the country, and again over bullshit. You can't, if you're that concerned about Mr. 19, if you're that concerned about it, then stop all flights. Simple. During this whole fiasco, guys, they told people that we needed to stay 6 feet from each other, that we couldn't, we shouldn't talk to one another, we should minimize our gatherings. And in some places, they even went as far as to send cops into homes to break up gatherings in homes. But airlines were fine. You were able to get on a sweat box, crammed in there on top of each other, as long as you were wearing something across your face. So they wanted you to stand 6 feet apart when you were getting on the plane. They wanted you to stand 6 feet apart when you were waiting to check in. But as soon as you got on that plane, you were no longer 6 feet apart. You were on top of each other's dicks. And that was fine. But yet they want certain counties in this country wanted cops to go into homes and start telling people they couldn't have gatherings. It's always about money and it's always about control. In fact, we all saw the articles the last couple of weeks, or rather a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, where Fauci had admitted that face coverings didn't work. He admitted that upon all the studies that came out, that it didn't make a difference in slowing down Mr. 19 face coverings. But yet he still goes on TV, some interview, and states people should wear it anyway. Again, I don't understand. It has to be about control or ego for him, because he stepped down. He's done. He's not in that position anymore. Yet he's still making stupid comments and suggestions. Imagine saying, listen, guy, that condom you're about to put on does not work. There are a lot of holes in it. You could and are probably going to get an STD if you wear that condom, but put it on anyway. It's the same thing with the mask. Same thing with the shit on your face. And Vincent Boogaloo, yes, and then that's the thing. So an N95 does more than a surgical mask. Absolutely. But he was saying face coverings in general. We're talking about bandanas, scarves, the gator bullshit that did not work. They wanted. I'm almost convinced that they did this to laugh at us, because any people in the medical field, and again, guys, I was an EMT before I was a fireman. And then when I became a fireman, we took this same class 1,000 times, and they told us that surgical masks are good up to a certain level of disease. When Mr. 19 came out, we were told that it wasn't going to work for it because it's just, it's pointless. Then as soon as Fauci said, well, just put something over your face, everybody and their mothers were like, all right, well, we're going to have to put this on your face. So I felt like an idiot every time I put one on my face. And I remember some instances I didn't take it off. And people were like, could you please put it back on? I'm like, no, because it doesn't work. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. I'm an EMT. I know how these things work. And you just do the study on its own. You just look at the information in front of you on its own, and you know that a bandana is not going to do anything. And yet they wanted people to put something on them so that they would be like, oh, okay. Uh, Becky, N95s do work. N95s means that it blocks out 95% of whatever the fuck it is. And N95s in my career have worked for a multitude of things. They don't work long, but they work. Surgical masks, forget about it. They just don't work. And they're good for like tuberculosis and things like that, but not Mr. 19. It just doesn't work that way. And again, this is just years of studies, even before I became an EMT or fireman. But all of a sudden, guys, they threw all of those rules out of the window just to make people feel comfortable. And I'm pretty sure just to laugh at us. But when medical professionals, doctors and nurses started believing this bullshit, I knew there was a problem in the system. There had to be. Because doctors and nurses are told the same shit about N95 surgical masks and the whole 9 yards. And then the whole suit system. The the biological suits that they talk about, but they don't, they don't actually have you wear. They just mention it. They show you what it looks like, and then that's it. But all of these years, guys, and then they say, well, something over your face is better than nothing. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. So a lot of people were just misinformed all the way across. Then you had people saying, well, respirators are no good. Yes, they are. Depends on the filters. Then they were like, well, N95s don't work either. Yes, they do. Depends on how long you wear them. It's a whole thing. And again, it's whatever. And so they started mix and matching information, and then it went all out the window. So it was the worst. Yeah, online subscriber. I guess you could say it was psychological. They were making fun of it. I don't know what it was, but it was just. It's interesting that a lot of people who knew about these things, this information, they knew about this. They just they just turned retarded and were like, well, you know what? Fauci said. Fauci also fucked up the whole AIDS epidemic and killed millions of gay men and women, probably, or people. Let's stick with gay men. He killed millions of gay men because he decided that AZT was the drug to give them. Meanwhile, AZT shuts down your entire fucking system. Entire system. That's why so many guys died from it. So many people died from it, right? And then they tried to weaken the dosage. By then, the damage was done. And those who survived ACT and were able to fight off and there was no real proof that it fought off HIV. It's just because they've treated it like a super strong, it's not antibiotic. There was another term they used. But anyway, he fucked that up. And now here we are. This guy was in charge of this thing, and he's hailed a hero for lying to America. This administration is something else, man. I don't know what else to say. Later tonight, we're going to talk about Biden. And if something happens, guys, if something happens next year and Biden winds up winning, all fucking hell's going to break loose. That's all I'm going to say. We'll talk more about it later tonight. But I think all hell will break loose if Biden wins next year. Because and the reason why he's not going to win, I'm going to read off some stats that I picked up from CNN. The beloved CNN, who loves him the most, even they started admitting the truth about him. Now, there's a couple of things that why they were admitting the truth about him. Again, we're going to talk about it later tonight. Because there's a shitstorm coming if he wins. If he steps down beforehand, I think something else is going to happen, and that's going to be pretty interesting. But we'll get into it. Anyway, So with that, guys, the contract tracing is back, at least in airlines, coming back into the country. I don't know if that's locally too, domestic flights as well. I don't know. Um, yeah, JW. You know, it's funny. I had an interesting conversation with the roaming prepper, and we were talking about Michelle Obama finally coming out that she's trans, and because all the stuff about Obama coming out, Obama being gay, all of this stuff is starting to leak out about him. And I told you guys that he was lighting the loafers. I said that a couple of years ago that he was lighting the loafers. It was just his demeanor, the way he carried himself. He carried himself like a gay man trying to play straight, sort of like Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, right? How they were both trying to play like straight men. That's how Obama came off. And, you know, Michelle Obama, her giant sized hands and the fucking whatever, whatever. But if that hammer drops, her running for president and being the first transgender run for president, if in fact she is transgender, it's still not going to work out for her. But yeah, you know, like I said, he's just I mean not he. She's there's suspicions that she is. I'm drinking water tonight. I'm not sipping on anything. I can't afford to be drinking and doing live streams anymore. No, thank you. Loki, that's a good idea. I did not think of that until you just said that. Loki, 707 said use blackout bags for your phone while you're traveling. That's a good idea. There's a lot of scams going on out there, and you got to be super careful. So, nobody wants Big Mike, but like I said, we're going to get into it a little later about what's going to happen in next year's election, and a lot to go on with Biden. But I think they're definitely going to be positioning somebody very soon, and I don't think it's going to be Biden. But anyway, so with that, guys, we have multiple places now slowly putting in mask mandates at businesses and institutes like hospitals. So a lot of hospitals are bringing back the mask face covering mandate. Sarita, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Um, and you have, again, businesses starting this shit up again. I'm going to say around maybe later this month, beginning of next month, we're going to see a lot of businesses and cities here down in New York talking about you need to wear a face covering. Now, the Apple store, they always made you wear a mask when you went in. And the one time I went in, I remember they were really ridiculous in the store. So this is when I was like, obliging and wearing a mask. I remember I walked over to a counter, a shelf, that is, and I was looking at Apple watches before I actually bought one. And I'm standing there and I'm looking at it, and I'm away from the desk. So apparently in the store they were so strict and stupid. You needed to walk around the store with somebody at all times. So I remember the counter was like right here, and the wall was maybe 5 feet away. And I go over the wall, and I start looking at it, and I hear somebody from across the store yelling at me, sir, you cannot stand over there. I'm like, I know she's not yelling at me because I'm only 5 feet away from the table. I turn around, and this fucking bitch is yelling at me. I'm like, and I look around, like, who the fuck are you yelling at? She's like, you can't be over there. I'm like, listen, cunt, I'm fucking standing right here. She's right there, the lady who was helping me out. I said, you better not fucking yell at me again. It's going to be a big fucking problem in here. And she looks around at the security guard, and the security guard just shrugs his shoulder and turns around to like make pretend he didn't hear what he heard. And I'm like, and then the lady comes back scurrying over. You can't stand there. I said, I don't give a fuck, lady. Let me buy my shit and get the fuck out of here, or it's going to be a fucking huge problem. I'm standing 5 feet away looking at a wall. I'm not stealing anything. And she goes, it's just the rules. I'm like, fuck your rules. And again, before this gets worse, get me the fuck out of here. So she's like, and now she's stumbling and trying to get shit ready to get me the fuck out of here. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I was like, I was like 5 feet away. It wasn't like I was on the other side of the store. And even then, it wasn't like a big to do. But this bitch felt like she was gonna yell at me. I'm like, yo, I'm not the fucking one to yell at. You better fucking calm the hell down. Um, Norma, Angry Prepper at no wait, yeah, Angryprepper at yahoo.com. I'm trying to make the switch over. Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't. She yelling at me. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, yes, like I was a small child or some shit. I'm like, I was like, is my mother here? Who the fuck's yelling at me like that? Like at first, I really didn't think so. I'm just because I'm like, you had to see the situation. It's just me explaining it doesn't really fucking do anything. You had to see the store. You had to see where I was standing with the lady helping me out with my shit, and then you had to see where I was standing. 5 feet might be stretching it. It might have been 3 feet or two, but still, the fact that she was yelling at me, I'm like, man, I thought they were gonna make me stand in the fucking corner, put a dunce cap on the way she was yelling at me. Anyway, so now, guys, we're starting to hear the 6 feet apart recommendations. That's coming back as well. NYPD, and this was in pinball preparedness video. I guess somebody sent them a video of a cop car and in here in New York City, NYC, like I don't live here, in New York City, saying keep 6 feet apart. Now, there's the only problem with that video, and this is not knocking pinball. The only problem with that video is that information, guys, on the what you call it, RMPs, are not always updated. So that could have been something that's been there for months, years, if not, because they don't. A lot of precincts they don't update it like they should, you know. So anyway, and so anyway, with that being said, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I've seen cop cars here. I haven't seen that on any of them. But again, certain precincts they just don't update that at all, unless that is new. And if I start seeing something, I'll let you guys know. But stores and again other institutes are starting to talk about the 6 feet apart shit. We shall see where that goes. Yeah, a lot of shit was escalating quickly. Like when I was in Best Buy. My God, did I say that? When I was in a food supermarket, and this white lady, old lady, was yelling at me, "Put your mask on. You should be embarrassed. You work in a store." I was like, and she's looking straight at me, but I'm looking around like like I look around. She's like, "You need to set an example. You're a worker here," and I'm like, "Lady, just because I'm black doesn't mean I work in a supermarket." And she goes, "Uh, uh, well, you should still put your mask on." I'm like, "Lady, leave me alone. I don't work here. I don't have to have my mask on." And then she's embarrassed now. She scurries away. But then she comes back with somebody else and starts pointing at me like I'm a fucking leopard or some shit. I'm like, oh my God. And so she's old, so I'm not going to fucking yell at her or anything like that. I can't, you know? I'm just like shaking my head and I get out of the store. I don't leave right away. I get my shit and then I leave. But I'm like, everybody felt like they were a boss, yelling and shit at you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we yelling at people? You walk up to somebody, you tap them on the shoulder, I'm like, hey man, can you put your mask on? Don't start yelling across the store. Fucking a lady, another lady who worked there did that shit at me. Starts yelling across the store. I'm like, and she gets close. I'm like, listen, you ever yell at me like that again, it's gonna be a fucking problem. You know? Uh, yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't. The whole yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Are there trolls in here tonight? Because I keep seeing the word trolls. Trolls make the internet not boring. Yes, trolls are pretty good. The trolls don't like what Jason says. You don't have to be here. No, listen. The trolls. Here's the problem with the. Here's the beauty about trolls. Real quick, the morons that sit there and break my balls and make comments and go, "You're not worthy of." I think it's live free or die. That's being a troll. It doesn't matter. He's giving me my view. He's watching it. He's helping out. So trolls help out when they watch the video, and they help out when they make comments. So, in essence, they're helping me out. They control all they want. Listen, he control all day. He's adding to the view and he's adding to the comments, which help with the algorithm. That's the beauty of trolls. They're too stupid to realize they're helping us out. So troll on, man. Do what you do. If you, yeah, anybody could be a troll. I don't care. Trolls help out. That's the craziness about them. They think that they don't, but they do. They add to the algorithm. They help with the algorithm, rather. Sorry. So D Easton said I finally caught a live. Yeah, troll on troller. Thomas Paine, exactly. It's a win-win, man. It's a win-win. Not a troll. Just don't like being copied. Who's copying you? Is he talking to me, or did I miss something here? Anyway, you guys keep bantering on in the chat there. That also helps out. And thank you, Dave. Thank you for the donation towards Big Middle Finger Mask. Yeah, Dave, that would be a cool mask to wear. The big middle. Yeah, you know what? Get a middle finger mask. That would work out really good. Holy shit. So now there's a delay in my camera. Now I got to figure out why that's going on. It's like a second delay. And I'm not swatting at anything. I'm just noticing there's a big delay. It's probably the internet. Whatever. Try to make sure I shut everything down to see if that's it, and it's not. Yeah, but my what you call is delayed now. All right, whatever. Who gives a shit? You guys get it. Leaky Jeep said you didn't miss anything. He's just trolling. Oh, the other live free or die. I thought there was two. There was two here. Okay, I thought I was seeing shit. Yeah, all right. Listen, you guys handle that shit. Live free or die one and live free or die two. Have it out. Uh, it sucks that happens, but all right. No, there's a glitch in there's like while I'm live streaming, the monitor is supposed to keep up with me, and it's a second behind, and then you guys are about 30 seconds behind, give or take, maybe 20 seconds. But anyway, so guys, we're also seeing a new scare tactic or a new way they're going to scare people, and they're definitely drumming up the RSV and the flu. They're drumming both of those up. They're keeping people on their toes with both of these. You got people already screaming, crying, and carrying on, talking about, well, when is it coming out? When is this new arm ticket for the RSV coming out? They have one for kids that they just released. They have two for adults, for older adults that they just released a month or two ago. They all came out around the same time. Uh, Betty, thank you for ordering an Angryprepper t-shirt. Appreciate it. Voice is not up with the video. It's not, right? Yeah, it's super behind. That's weird. I don't know if I'm gonna change anything. Let the kung fu flick thing carry on. I'll figure it out later. But it's got to be something with my internet. I shut down most of my internet so it doesn't interfere with anything. Yeah, so it should be fine. But whatever. It is what it is. Either it'll catch up or it won't. But anyway, guys. So we have a big push for arm tickets now. And they're sitting there telling people that they should get their kids inoculated with this. So there in itself, guys, is going to be a problem with that because they're pushing something that they told us that they've been researching for a while. I don't know much about this shot other than I think it came out. It was authorized too quickly. And the one for adults was authorized too quickly too. There was no pushback. There was no hemming and hawing. There was just like, oh wait, what? Okay, here you go. Granted. So they granted a lot of stuff too quickly, and now they want parents to put this shit in their kids. So what are they doing? They're scaring parents by telling them that like I think 300 kids passed away or have passed away in the last year. And I don't mean to sound like a cruel asshole, but 300 kids is a drop in the bucket. Not even. So now you want your kids, they want kids to have Mr. 19, Mr. RSV, and Mr. Flu all in their kids. And people are falling for this. People are like, yeah, man, I want to make sure my kids are safe. Your kids will be safe if they take vitamins and eat healthy. If you have a fat kid running around, make him healthy. The solution, guys, shouldn't be let's go take arm tickets. The solution should be, at first, let's give our kids a healthier diet. Let's make sure they're eating more fruits and vegetables, right? Your fat kids running around eating fucking Twinkies and rolling himself to school. Yeah, he's gonna get sick because he's destroying his fucking body. His everything in his body's inflamed when it shouldn't be, because when you eat a ton of sugar, when you eat a lot of salt, when you eat just garbage in general, your body is inflamed all throughout. And how do you do that? How do you fucking get the inflammation down? You start eating healthier. You eat less. Yes, Nick, and you're right. And you get blood disorders and heart attacks and strokes and all kinds of shit. And now you're mixing them up now, because now you're requesting or recommending people take all three. Mr. 19, RSV, and the flu? Holy shit. Talk about your dick falling off and your nipples bleeding. Let that be, because that ain't going to be me. I don't understand it, man. It's super fungus. Richard, the super fungus in Houston, is that the Auroras one? Auroras. Oh my God. Candida Auroras. Is that the Candida Auroras one? That ain't gonna be me. Leprosy in Houston now. Oh, leprosy in Houston now. Oh well, guys, listen. There's going to be a lot of fucking problems, very very soon, with a lot of other diseases. I think that we're going to see more of them pop up all of a sudden. It's going to catch people's guard up off, catch people off guard. Sorry. So anyway, real quick mention for those that are curious about my Greece trip. I will be releasing pictures on the Angry Lensman Media Instagram page. I should have a ton of pictures coming out soon. I'm currently working on a wedding video and wedding photos. So give me about a week till I start publishing more Greece pictures. I got a ton of pictures to release. So you can follow the trip there, or you could just go on one of my live streams and look at Greece through there. I'm gonna tell you right now, I lost 8 pounds in Greece because of the food. So I'm trying to keep it off, and keep it off for good reasons. Because hopefully, in 2 to 3 weeks, I have big news to tell everyone. But I have to wait. So it's another 2 weeks, and no, I'm not fucking moving. But it's something else. So we shall see. Pat Murphy's like, guys, put your damn pronouns in the chat, please. Poor Pat. Norma, don't. My pronoun is USA. There you go. Cheese, live free or die. Yes, cheese pancakes. No dice. That I don't even want to start that. It was cheddar cheese, by the way. Cheddar cheese cheddar cheese pancake. Cheddar cheese bacon. Cheddar bacon pancakes. That's what it was. Cheddar bacon pancakes. Blech. Henry, yes, I'm pregnant. It's everybody. Now everybody's writing, you're pregnant? Yeah, so I have to wait 2 weeks to tell you guys I'm pregnant. No. Finally stopped eating spam, went to Greece. Yeah, I went to Greece because fucking the food out there was horrible. I'm not a Mediterranean food kind of guy, so I wasn't enjoying a lot of this shit. And here's the catch, guys. Oh, God. I don't want to go on another rant. But you go to these restaurants and they're like, we have Angus burgers here from 100% rip. Shut up. Your shit is frozen. The burgers are frozen. The burgers are shit. I went to this burger joint, guys, and the burgers were frozen fucking patties. What in the actual fuck? If you're gonna have a burger joint, you make your burgers from scratch. You don't fucking buy Big Bubba burgers and then pass them off as your own. And I tasted it right away, right a fucking way. Actually, I didn't. My son tasted it. He's like, this tastes frozen. And I looked at it. And I'm like, it looks frozen. It looks vaccinated. Put it down. He wound up eating it, but he was like, it was disgusting. The people in Greece, there are some restaurants that do make actual chopped meat and make a patty and serve you a burger. But everywhere else, what the fuck? Seriously. So, yeah, the food there was bad. I felt like Mobutu. I felt all fucking, all skinnied out and shit, losing weight, fucking crying. I was on the fucking street asking for euros, 2 cents or whatever it was, just to feed a nigga, because I was just like all fucking skinny and shit. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was Somalian. I was losing so much weight. But yeah, man, the food. Listen, if you like Mediterranean food, have at it. But a lot of people here are like, oh, isn't the food in Greece good? It's Greek food, man. It's not anything spectacular, It's not like I ate at a fucking 5-star restaurant, But whatever. Getting grape leaves and hummus over there. No, and I'm not having another baby. But no, it just wasn't. No, wasn't good food. Mm-mm. No, thank you. So anyway, we're going to see more commercials, guys, popping up on getting arm ticketed for RSV, Mr. 19, and the flu, especially the flu. Carol, yes, the food in Santorini and Mykonos was expensive, and Athens as well. And obviously, because Mykonos and Santorini are islands, but and that's why the prices are higher. But the prices were deadly in Santorini and Mykonos. You were like, every meal was almost $200 or euros, if not a little over. Alvin, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. So, and yes, the Greek olives were way better there. The wife was saying these are definitely good. These are, like these are way, you could taste the freshness in them, is what she said. No, something else she had where she said you could taste the freshness there too. I think it was like the moussaka ball or the moussaka thing that she had. She said that was really fresh as well. So, whatever. Um, so yeah, he's going on a 90-day what? Finance? Fiance? Fiance? I don't know what that means. They do eat a lot of meat, but I mean, like, I should have had a fucking ribeye steak, but a ribeye steak there, guys, a ribeye steak here in America is probably on a good day $25. In Santorini, they wanted 45 euros for a ribeye. I was not going to eat that. That ribeye better been dipped in fucking gold and came with a fucking belly dancer or whatever the fuck Greek women do out there for 45 fucking dollars. No dice. I wasn't doing it. Like, not at all. I couldn't fucking pay 45 euros for ribeye steak. No, thank you. Getting married? No, no, and no. Why? Who started the term arm ticket? Why? I could say it was me, but maybe somebody else heard it someone else first. But I only came up with that because here in New York City, you had to take that to go to work. You had to take that to eat at restaurants. Certain restaurants, you needed to have the arm ticket. So I coined it that because that was your ticket to doing things in the city. If that makes sense. 45 euros is like, I don't know, $48 or some shit like that, or $49, whatever it is. But If I'm not if I'm probably wrong, but it's well above what the price should have been here. You know. So I can't. All right. So now I see the other Live Free or Die, but this Live Free or Die has been on here for a long time. I thought that Live Free or Die, the one with the purplish L, he's been on here for a long time. And then the other Live Free or Die with the colony flag, colonial flag, it's the first time I've seen him on here. But I'm not taking sides, like not at all. I'm just pointing out the fact that I've seen the one with the purple L here for a long time. But anyway, guys, so the push is coming. I don't know. I mean, so I was asking somebody about city jobs and whether or not they're going to make city employees, if they're going to make city employees take it again. And they said no because they had so much infighting with their own employees and higher ups were fighting against the arm ticket. They can't see themselves doing it again. So that's good to know. That's a good thing to know. Yeah, this is fucking bad, man. I'm like super annoyed with the lagging on my end and then your end. Like I'm super fucking annoyed by it. But listen, guys, like Nats said, Nancy, yeah, no one's gonna comply here. Nobody's complying here. Listen, we've all held out this long. What would make you break now? What would have you line up right now and go and take anything? The lack of information for a lot of shit, the lies that we were told, why would we turn around and be like, you know what? This year's the year that I follow government orders and put some bullshit in my body that hasn't fully been tested. And it's coming to find out there are a lot of issues with it. Now, Mr. Biden, if you will, is pushing for a new arm ticket. And they kept stressing that he's pushing for it. He's not pushing for it. Who's ever in charge of him is pushing for the new arm ticket. But they kept saying new, as in there's a new version of this one coming out. And so, with that being said, guys, something interesting definitely has to happen for us or for people who've taken it already to take it again. I don't know what that is. Annie, I like that movie, the Cell. I thought that was a pretty cool movie. I didn't like the ending, but I thought it was a cool movie. Still recovering from that the Greece trip, like the hours, the jet lag. It's 9 o'clock now, almost 9 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. After the Angry Truth, man, boop, right in the bed I go. I don't know about like Civil War. You know, like I've done a couple videos in the past thinking we were going to see it. I think more people are smart and onto the fact that there could be um, elements pushing us in that direction. So again, guys, like I said in my last video, you see like how everything was copacetic with this race thing. Now all of a sudden you got this blood tribe fucking popped up out of nowhere. You got cops shooting black people and BLM trying to, not black people, but that black lady, the pregnant lady, and they're trying to make issues with it. Meanwhile, she was trying to run him down. Like, and there's more video footage of it. And it's just like, and they're trying to stoke more racial tension. So it was quiet with the whole race bullshit, and then all of a sudden you got election season coming around, and now you have racial tensions building up. You got arm tickets being pushed. You got RSV and Mr. 19 fucking skyrocketing in numbers. You got Joe Biden's popularity in the toilet, lower than Trump's, but nobody wants to point that out. We're going to talk more about that on the Angry Truths channel. It's all falling apart, man. Tony, yeah, you're gonna see more nurses and doctors doing stupid fucking TikTok. Um, Alvin, I don't think Equalizer 3 is out yet. Unless I missed something, I don't think it's out yet. Uh, AZ Desert, I tried the seafood. I had this giant fucking lobster that was just like ginormous. One of the biggest lobsters I ever had. Really good. Um, but they're trying to stoke more racial tensions, guys. They're trying to keep shit. They're trying to have us keep at each other's throats, and then they're trying to scare us with more bullshit. Then they're trying to put more control over us, right, by telling us certain things. So it's all falling apart, and it's falling apart fucking pretty fast. I do see more people pushing back, which is a good thing. That is a good thing that people are pushing back. But nurses dancing for TikTok, I I don't understand what that was. I mean, you had a pandemic going on, and nurses were like, you know what, guys, let's do some TikTok dances so that you look like a fucking moron. Nurses and doctors are professionals. They're supposed to act professional. You're not supposed to be dancing, skipping, hip hopping, voguing, and all that crazy shit at your fucking at your place of work. You want to put your nurse's outfit on and do that shit at home, or do it outside of a nurse's home? Fine. You want to flash mob a square or a center or some shit? Okay. But in the hospital? If I was in charge of the hospital and I saw that shit, I wouldn't have fired people, but they would have definitely lost days' pay over that bullshit or whatever. Whatever trouble I could have gotten into, they would have fucking got hammered for that. That is not professional. The problem is, guys, a lot of people are not professional anymore. People are like, I mean, listen, as firemen goes, we're the least professional group of guys on this planet, right? Especially New York firemen. We're savages. We run in a burning building, we burn people out or people out, and we act accordingly. We don't start TikToking at a fucking fire. Imagine starting to dance at a fire. Like, hold on, guys, let's fucking get this thing going on first while the building's burning behind us. And then you have nurses and doctors pulling this bullshit off with sick patients in there. I don't know how sick they were. I don't know what unit it was. Nonetheless, they look like fucking assholes. Be professional. You know? It's fucking simple. Ben, yeah, it was worse than cringe. It was worse than... It was just fucking stupid. It was like, whose idea was that? You know? Any of this dancing shit is just dumb. It's just, I don't know. It's just stupid. We all bleed red. Yeah, we do bleed red. But at fucking some point in time, we all can't be stupid and start TikToking. You know what I mean? I don't know if you don't see it anymore. I don't have TikTok. People send me videos all the time. Or people will record videos and then put them on Instagram. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? River Rat. So Equalizer 3 is out now. All right, that's good to know. I didn't know that. All right, cool. Cool. So before I start the Angry Truth channel, I'm going to reboot my app I'm using. I'm going to reboot the app. Hopefully it works for the Angry Truth channel. But anyway, we got a couple minutes, guys. We got 10 minutes. Again, they're working on scaring more people for whatever reason. There's articles every day now on RSV every day, and then they keep like I go to see my mother the other day, and she's like, "You got to be careful." She goes, "Mr. 19's on the rise." She doesn't say Mr. 19; she says COVID, and she goes, "It's rising. It's getting real." I'm like, "I know, Mom. It's going to be like this forever, forever. It's not going anywhere. It's the new common cold." I said, "We'll be okay. Trust me, we won't. No one is going to pass away from this. We'll be good." The way she whispered it, like somebody was listening, and how it's coming back. You got to be careful. I said, it's fine. We'll be all right. She believes in the hype, and I'm not going to argue with her about that. She's older, so of course she's gonna believe in the hype. But she's getting nervous, and then she's wearing her mask. And I asked her the other day, I'm like, why do you have that on your face, knowing it doesn't work? She goes, but I said there are studies, and even your saving grace, Lord Fauci, said it doesn't. So if he's saying it doesn't, and the actual studies, and one study, I only read one study, but apparently there's 11 studies stating that face coverings didn't do anything. But I only read one of them. And I told her that, and she goes, well, I said, you feel secure wearing that over your face? She goes, yeah. I go, all right, there's nothing I can do about that, Listen, with old people, you can only ask so much of them. When they're setting their way, guys, or they're scared about something, just leave it be, I'm not going to argue with my mother about not wearing a mask, but I'm definitely going to break everybody else's balls about it, that's for sure, you know? Christina, she did. She got the first one, had a bad allergic reaction, and the doctor told her she could not take the second one. And now she's paying attention to everybody who's waking up dead. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, I'll give you one guess. And she's starting to notice that it could be the arm ticket. Not that it could be. I have to say it could be the arm ticket. There's no definitive proof right now that it is. But if you do deductive reasoning and you look back a couple of years, and now you look at all these young kids passing away, one would surmise that it's that. Horses. Yeah, somebody already reminded me about the cheese pancake. I'm going to tell you right now about those fucking cheese pancakes. If whipping or lashing was a fucking thing, he would have gotten 25 lashes. No, he would have gotten maybe 50. 25 times fucking 2 for bringing out cheddar, cheese, bacon, pancakes, and serving it up like it was fucking the greatest thing since sliced bread. The guy was like, the way he brought that tray of cheese on pancakes out, he was like, and he shoved it in front of my son, and we all looked at each other like, what the fuck is this? And my son had this scared look on his face because he wanted to say no, but he thought I was going to yell at him and be like, you better eat that fucking thing, we're paying for it. He had this look of fucking fright on his face. I don't know if it was from me or the fucking cheese on the pancake, and it scared him because it scared me. I go, what the fuck is that? It was like a horror movie. We all started screaming and yelling, what the fuck is this? Who does this? Like, bring the chef out. We're going to behead the chef for bringing out this shit. It was the fucking worst thing I've ever fucking seen. Cheddar cheese on pancakes? Who in their fucking right mind would do that? Holy shit, man. I should have taken a picture of it just to show you guys what the fuck that looked like. I'm like, yo, a Bluey, but it's not a McGriddle. I mean, like, at least a McGriddle has a slice of cheese in it. It was cheddar cheese sauce. The guy poured it on the fucking pancake like he was in a... Oh, God. It was like the fucking worst. Who does that? Yeah, and granted that pancakes were created in Greece, if I'm not mistaken. Still, I don't give a fuck what country you're in. You got Americans sitting at the table. You just, at the very least, make it plain or put the sauce on the side and come out with syrup. They got this crazy shit over there, guys, where they fucking use honey on pancakes. Fucking honey. We don't have maple syrup. We have honey. Not the fucking same. Not the same. If you're going to serve pancakes, have maple syrup on fucking standby. I don't care if it's from Italy or Greece or Russia for that matter. Have maple syrup on standby. Not fucking honey. These fucking people. These people. Seriously. Cheddar cheese? Oh, God, man. What the fucking... If beatings were legal, I would have fucking beat that chef. With the rubber hose. In the cold. Because that was some illegal shit that I saw. Holy shit, man. Annie. And yeah, yes, I'll turn into a Karen in a fucking heartbeat. It's not a viable substitute because I tried it, Vincent. I sat there and I was like, how bad could it be? I dipped the honey in. I go, nope. Maple syrup or plain. But it was bad, man. It was fucking horrendous. Why I dropped so much weight? I'm like, what the fuck? Cheddar cheese and then honey on fucking pancakes? And in one place we went to, they did have maple syrup on the side. I was like, good move, man, because I was gonna fucking explode if they gave me honey again. Fucking, oh, we have honey. Fuck you and your Greek honey. Seriously. And then there was another one. Holy shitballs. There was another one where they had the pancakes with the Greek yogurt on it. Now, some of you are going to be like, that's not too bad. It's fucking horrendous. Fucking Greek yogurt. I don't give a fuck how Greek you are. Greek yogurt doesn't belong on everything. They had Greek yogurt fries, Greek yogurt pancakes. I'm pretty sure they had Greek yogurt toast. You spread the toast on your Greek yogurt. What the fuck, man? Greek yogurt's good alone, not spread on everything. Fucking countries. And bad enough, there are countries that I'm going to visit where I know I'm not going to be eating for a straight week because it's just how it is. But fuck, man. No jelly, Jersey prepper. He said so he didn't like the pancake. Pancakes are fucking horrible. My son tried to eat it. He tried his best to eat it, man, and he just couldn't. He just couldn't do it. That's the equivalent of putting Spam on a pancake or Spam in between two pancakes and eating it. Oh my God. Cheddar cheese? The fucking chef is sitting in the back of the kitchen. I'm gonna wow these American with this cheddar cheese bacon pancake. Sitting there pouring it on with the bacon crisscrossing each other like he's trying to be all fancy and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Seriously? Yo, and you know, people like, you should try new shit. Why don't you try a dick in your ass? How about that? Because I'm not fucking eating that shit. It was just, and I was trying to be like, all right, moussaka, I get it, or Slovaki, or chicken and pita. I got that. I got it. But cheddar cheese and yogurt on your pancakes? Motherfucker, that's an illegal. That's a fucking foul if I ever seen one. That's time in a penalty box, if you could. You know, but shit, man, that was bad. That was bad form. It was bad form. It was just like, man, that's an insult. Maybe he did it on purpose. He's like, you know what? Let's insult these Americans and their intelligence. Let's put cheddar cheese on this pancake. Bah. Fucking guys, scavats, man, that was fucking disgusting. Fucking the most diabolical chef ever. Yes, Bluey, the most diabolical chef in the fucking world. Absolutely. They had tzatziki sauce. They had tzatziki sauce on something that tzatziki sauce didn't belong on. And I like that tzatziki sauce out. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, it was fucking, yeah. Like, listen, I mean, I get it. We're Greek, man. We put yogurt on everything. Not fucking pancakes. Jason trapped by the pancakes. Yo, it was fucking silly shit, man. Yo, it's just like, I don't know if they were like, yo, we're going to wow these Americans. We're going to put yogurt on their pancakes. Ugh. My daughter had the yogurt on pancakes. They put the yogurt on the side for her, and she said it was okay. Or I think she liked it. But she's also an alien and a Martian, so she would like shit like that. But no thank you, man. Just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. You know when you go to a restaurant and you order like a cheeseburger and they give you a deconstructed cheeseburger? You know, where the meat's turned inside out and the cheese is on top and the bun's in the fucking next room. You gotta go and get the bun and construct your burger again. Like that deconstructing food shit is stupid. And for some of you that don't know what deconstruction food is where they'll take, like, for example, an apple pie and they'll destroy it or they'll make it backwards. It's like these chefs trying to be all fucking chefy and shit. They're like, oh, look at me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to make you this fucking apple pie. And we're going to fucking flip it upside down and stick holes in it and put more apples on it and deconstructed apple pie. It's the stupidest thing in the fucking world. And just look it up yourself. Deconstructed foods. Stupid fucking thing. It's them trying to think outside the box. It's dumb. The dumbest thing in the world. Now, don't get me started on that. That just pisses me off. Pancakes don't digest well. I guess. I don't know. Sounds like food. Yeah, listen, you should see some of the shit that they do with the deconstruction food, man. It's fucking horrendous. Yes, black people love pancakes. Hence is why we support the Pancake House. Yeah, but it's just weird, man. It's the fucking like the deconstruction shit. Like when I had chicken and pita, I thought I was gonna get chicken on top of my pita bread. with the tzatziki sauce on the side. The plate comes out. The motherfucker cut my pita bread in triangles like chips. And then the chicken was on the side and the salad. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to put my chicken pieces on my little square pita bread. I'm like, dip. I spread the tzatziki sauce on it first. Then I'm putting the chicken piece, trying to eat it like a little taco and shit or a fucking burrito or whatever. I'm like, why couldn't I get a fucking regular pita bread? You had to cut it in triangles, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, like, it's just there are things that don't need to be done. Just keep it simple, man, and it would have been fine. But and of course my kids will watch me eat my little triangle pita bread and chicken, and I'm sitting there like a fucking moron putting the chicken on top of this little triangle, trying to balance it before it spills onto my leg. I'm like, fuck, got to do it again. It's just it was just fucking. It was silly. It was silly. It was the silliest thing I ever experienced. I'm like, and I saw the pita broken up. I was like, I just shook my head. There was nothing I could do. You know. Yeah, he got all chefy on me. He was like, fucking, oh, let me fucking show this American how we do it. Triangle pitas and the chicken spread across my plate. The tzatziki sauce on the side. Spread the tzatziki sauce on your pita chip and put chicken on it and then try to eat it. It was like I was playing airplane with myself, trying to keep it fucking not falling off. Like, yeah, I'm trying to feed myself. It was fucking stupid. Felt like a retard eating that. Dumb, 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 dumb. You know, Then of course when I went to a restaurant, I asked for a cheeseburger, and the guy was like, "Oh, we don't have what the fuck didn't they do? They didn't do something like they don't have ketchup or something." I'm like, "Where am I in Nazi Germany? Why we can't have ketchup with my burger? What the fuck?" But anyway, outside of the food experience, Greece was good. I like the history with Greece. I like the ruins and shit like that. It's pretty good. But I'm gonna tell you white people something right now. And yes, I'm directing this towards white folks. You guys gotta let shit go. You really do. They're trying to hold on to the ruins by patching it up and putting in like newish marble. Let it go, guys. It's done. I think the ruins have maybe another 50 to 100 years, and then it's done. But yeah, they gotta let it go, man. Seriously, stop. It's like fucking trying to, how fucking people hang on to Elvis or what is it, Michael Jackson. Like let it go, man. Let the Pantheon and the Acropolis go. It's done. People will still visit those toppled over ruins. But whatever. It's I don't know. It was crazy. We're sitting there, and then they're like, "Don't touch the pillars." I'm like, I'm touching the pillars, history, and I'm running around touching fucking ruined shit, history, because they're saying don't touch it. I'm like, it's fucking gone, man. Like, am I gonna touch it that much and I'm gonna wear it out in the fucking 15 minutes that I'm there? Like it's, and I get it. I understand that if everybody touches it, it'll fucking add to the ruin. But let it go, man. It's okay. We know that it was there. It'll be fine. You know, the Zeus columns, right? There was a tribute to Zeus. These columns, there were like 127. There's 14 left, and they're trying their best to keep those 14 standing. So when I pass by to my live stream, I could look through the gates, and you could look through the gates in the live stream, and you see that there's a couple of them that had scaffoldings around them. And I'm like, let it go. It's okay. It'll be okay. We have pictures. Just be done with it. 127 or 130 columns are down to 14. Let it go. It's okay. Anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go off the air now. I'm going to jump right onto the Angry Truth channel. I will see some of you guys over there. If not, I will see some of you guys next week. All right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys either later or next week. Thank you.